Hi, this is Anne-Marie Bruno from Remax. I've been very successful in selling during this pandemic. So I just want to go over from the seller's point of view how I managed to sell and open up their home to prospective buyers during this time. So I always hire a professional photographer and videographer. My videographer does a walkthrough of the seller's home. So it's clear what the flow of the property is, and each room is panned so that you see all aspects of the room and the flow of the house. That is normally submitted to anyone that wants to request a showing. Because before the showing, I want to make sure they've read the details that are in the MLS, that I talk to them about the property, and I send them the walkthrough video and make sure that they understand what is in the home. I also make sure that the buyer is pre-approved, so they have to send me a pre-approval letter stating that they can purchase this home, because at this time, a seller doesn't want to open up their home to anyone who's not a real qualified buyer. And that's very understandable today. So open houses don't really exist from my standpoint. As a listing agent working with a seller, I do not recommend them right now because you just don't know who's walking into your home. There's also a hold harmless form, which is standard. It's from the New Jersey Association of Realtors, and it serves two purposes. One is to have the seller outline whether they're in quarantine, have a fever, have COVID, etc., and that gets signed and it gets sent to any buyer that walks in the home and asks them the same thing. And the other purpose of that is to make sure that we hold harmless all parties that are involved in listing the home and showing the home from being sued. So it's a hold harmless form as well. When a buyer comes to a seller's home, they have to wear a mask, gloves, and booties before they come in. And for my listings, I also do a temperature check on the spot to make sure that no one has a fever. That is done by appointment. So it limits the amount of time that a seller has to sanitize their home, and it's by appointment. I hope that helps you understand a little bit about how we work in today's environment. It does work out quite well. It does limit the risk for anyone that walks into the home, but of course you have to know that there's always potential risk. After a showing, my sellers need to sanitize their home, even though the buyers are wearing gloves. It's recommended that Clorox wipes or some kind of germ-free wipe or a cleanser is used on doorknobs, on cabinet doors, and on countertops. So that's a little bit about how I work today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thanks.